Good morning, boys and girls. How have you been? I hope you have kept yourself safe and observing the measures the government has put in place. Now, today, I would like us to go through some of the questions from the model test paper 1 that we did last week. Please pay attention. Now, from one of the papers that was marked, I found out that the learner failed several questions. Question 2, question 4, question 9, question 11, and so many others. That is an indication that you have forgotten a lot of things that you were taught. But allow us to look at some of these questions, and you will be able to be helped to learn them. Now, question 2, which one of the following numbers is divisible by 8? Divisibility test of 8. I want us to go to the divisibility test of 8, and then we look at the factors that would help us to go to the divisibility, to get the divisibility test for 8. It is a topic in class 6, and I want us to revise a divisibility test for 8. Now, a number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its last 3 digits is divisible by 8. I repeat, a number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its last 3 digits is divisible by 8. Now, for example, let me write here that explanation, that a number is divisible by 8. A number is divisible by 8 if the number formed by its 3 last digits, last 3 digits is divisible by 8. Let's look at this. In choice A, we have 75,832. Which are the last 3 digits in this number? The last 3 digits are 832. And so we divide 832 by 8 and see if it is divisible. So we take 832 divided by 8. 8 divided by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. Because of 8, we subtract and we have 0. We drop 3. 3 cannot be divided by 8. 3 cannot be divided by 8. Let us see. That is 0 times, and so we drop 2. Are we together? We drop 2. That is 32. 32 is a multiple of 8. And so 4 times 8, we get 32. What is the difference? That is 0, 0. That means 104 multiplied by 8 is equal to 832. You want to prove that? You see, 104 multiplied by 8, 8 times 4 is 32, so you write 2, we carry 3. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. Now 8 times 1 is 8. So we just have proved that 832 is divisible by 8 because of 104. And so this number, A, is divisible by 8. I want us to prove one more sum. If it is divisible by 8. Let's look at this. Let's come to 567,578. The last 3 digits in this number is 578. And so what do? We divide 578 divided by 8. Yes? What is 57 divided by 8? 57 divided by 8. The closest multiple is 56. 56. Because of what? Because of 7. 7 times 8 is 56. What is the difference? The difference is 1. Then we drop 8. Is 18 a multiple of 8? No, it's not a multiple of 8. But the closest multiple of 8 is 16. Is 16 because of 2. Because 2 times 8 is 16. We subtract 8, take away 6. We remain with 2. And so there is a remainder. There is a remainder. And if there is a remainder, that only proves that 578 is not a multiple of 8. And so we disqualify that. Boys and girls, you need to do all the tests. Now let's look at B. Let's look at B. The number, the sum is B. The number is 21,040. Let's look at the last 3 digits of that number. It's 040. How do we write 040? 040 is 40. So we divide 40 by 8. Is 40 a multiple of 8? Correct. 40 is a multiple of 8 because of 5. That 5 times 8 is 40. The difference is 0. Now, that number proves that it could be a multiple of 8. Let's look at it. 21. Let's prove. We must prove everything. 21,040 divided by 8. And I will give you the reason why I'm proving this. Into 21, it's because of 2. And 2 times 8 is 16. We subtract, and that is 50. And that is that is 5, because you're borrowing 1 here. And so 11 minus 6 is 5. We drop 0. Yeah, we drop 0. Now 50 is not a multiple of 6 because it is a multiple of it's not a multiple of 8, but the closest multiple of 8 is 48 because of 6, and the remainder here is 2. Then we draw 4. Very good. 4. That gives us 24. Is 24 multiple of 8? Yes, it is. Because of 3. And that is 24. 0, 0. This 0, we bring it there. And so that number is a multiple of 8. I had to prove to you that the last digit is 040. And so it is a multiple of 8. So in this one, the problem would have been the setter of the exam. So the two possible answers are A and B. Boys and girls, I hope you have understood how to test the divisibility test for 8. Thank you. Let's go to question number 9. Now, question number 9 is about angle properties. What is the value of the angle marked X in the figure below? Where is the angle marked X? The angle marked X is there. Now, this figure represents an isosceles triangle. Let me write here, isosceles. I hope I am correct with the spelling. Isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle. Why do I say so? Because of these marks. This mark here and that mark mean that this side measures the same as that side. So that means two sides of that triangle are equal. That makes it to be an isosceles triangle. Okay. Now let's look at, they are asking us to find the exterior angle. Not an angle inside, but an angle outside. It's called an exterior angle. And so we look at the relationship between 40 degrees and this vertically opposite angle inside the triangle. And so that angle is also 40 degrees because vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. And I hope you remember that. Now, let's go back to the fact that the triangle is an isosceles triangle. Because it's an isosceles triangle, two angles, two base angles, this one and that one. These are the two base angles. They are equal. And so, if we have to name them, boys and girls, we have to give them N and N. Because they are equal, they are identical. And so they are given similar names. Just like when mom buys clothes for identical twins or twins, he buys the similar color, similar pattern or make or design to fit them. So these angles are twins. Okay, let's look at that. And so we want to find their value. Look at that. Angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. That means n degrees plus n degrees plus 40 degrees should give us 180 degrees. I hope you understand that. So n plus n, boys and girls, is 2n degrees plus 40 should give us 180 degrees. Look at that, boys and girls. And so we transfer 40 to the other side. It's a number with a plus. It becomes a number with a minus. And so we subtract from 180 degrees. What do we get? That is 0, that is 4, that is 1. So that is 140 degrees. So we say 2n degrees is equals to 140 degrees. Very good. To get 1n, we divide both sides by 2. We divide both sides by 2. I hope you're following. So by 2, 1, and by 2, 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 140 divided by 2 is 70. And so the size of angle N is 70 degrees. Angle N is 70 degrees. Are we together? Remember that we did this statement here is qualified by angles in a triangle. Angles in a triangle sum up to 180 degrees. Remember, anything you do here, you must qualify it with a statement. Now let's look at, now that we've said that this is 70 degrees, N is 70 degrees, N is 70 degrees. We want to look at the relationship between 70 degrees and X. 70 degrees and X. Remember, they are angles on a straight line. That means angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. And so we say X plus 70 degrees should give us 180 degrees. Are we together? And so we transfer 70 to the other side, we subtract, and then we have, what do we have there? 0, and that one is 1, and that one is 1. And that means X is equals to 110 degrees. X is 110 degrees. That is how you were supposed to get that. And so, qualify this statement, this by this statement. This calculation must be qualified with this statement. Angles on a straight line sum up to 180 degrees. Angles on a straight line. And so we must qualify. Boys and girls, that's how we needed to get that answer. And so the answer here is D. Let's go to question number 11. And the last one for today. A trader sold a pair of shoes at 1,000 shillings, making a profit of 200 shillings. He made a profit. He must have gone home laughing and happy. What was the percentage profit? We want to know percentage profit. We have selling price. What do we have here? We must write what we have. We collect data of what we have here. We have selling price. That is 1,000 shillings. 1,000 shillings. What else do we have? We have profit. Profit, that is 200 shillings. We have profit of 200 shillings. We don't have buying price. We don't have buying price. What do we know about buying price? We know that buying price is 100%. Buying price is 100%. Okay. With this information, we can be able to find the percentage profit. Now, this is the formula that percentage profit is equal to profit in shillings over buying price multiplied by 100. Now, the reason why we must know buying price is because of that. We need it in that formula to be able to get it. Are we together? Now let's look at how we get buying price. Now buying price here, given the selling price, we subtract the profit in shillings to get the buying price. And so the selling price is 1,000. We subtract the profit 200, and we get 800 shillings. We get 800 shillings. So 800 shillings is the buying price. Is the buying price. And so now we can be able to use this formula to get percentage profit. We will say percentage profit is going to be the profit 200 shillings over the buying price 800 multiplied by 100%. I hope you do understand. These two zeros, let's cancel the two zeros with those two zeros. Are we together? Okay. Let's divide bit by bit. We cancel bit by bit. By 4, 2, and by 4, 50. Right? Are we together? Then by 2, 1, and by 2, 25. That means percentage profit is 25%. And that is how we were supposed to calculate this. Remember to look at the formula. It's profit over buying price and not over selling price. That means you needed to find buying price. Do not calculate profit over selling price. Buying price is the original, boys and girls. Boys and girls, we are going to revise the whole paper in this manner. Yeah? Sometime we will increase the number of questions that we are tackling per lesson so that we revise that. I would like to keep you informed throughout as you stay at home, waiting for the reopening of the schools. Boys and girls, I miss the day that you will come and we will meet. Bye.